Hello everyone, I'm Sian Fisher and I am the new CEO of the Chartered Insurance Institute. I took up my role on the 1st of February and I'm very lucky to have a handover with Sandy Scott, who is finally retiring at the end of March. I believe that the CII encapsulates two things together which make a tremendous difference to ordinary people's lives. You only need to read any literature from before the war to realise just how vulnerable ordinary people were to the everyday risks that happen in all of our lives before there were pensions, before there was proper life insurance, before there were employee and employer benefits, which significantly de-risk all of our lives. And the second thing is vocational education. Education still is the greatest driver of social mobility, and it's a fact that even today a lot of people are not from academic backgrounds and have difficulty at school, and they need a second chance to do professional vocational qualifications to make the best of their full potential. So if you put those two things together, that for me is a major driver of why I wanted to do this role. I feel that having actually worked in the profession itself as opposed to looking at it from the outside, and what's more, having worked in lots of different parts of the profession, I've had a good experience of what membership feels like from the inside of the profession. And I think my observation of that would be that the CII currently interacts with its membership in a patchy way, and we seem to lose people's interaction with us at various parts of their journey. And what I feel that I can bring is more of a holistic approach to people being involved with us throughout their career, and not just when they're doing their exams at the beginning of their career. It's actually very clear what the key role of the Institute is, as it is laid out in the Royal Charter, and the way it's expressed actually makes a lot of sense to me. What the Charter actually says is that the purpose of the Institute is to secure and justify the faith of the public in insurance. However, to make that a reality, it needs to be supported in two strong ways. The first is supporting the membership in having the right learning and examination and qualification framework to be able to justify the faith of the public. Secondarily, we need to be thought leaders in two distinctive ways. The first you could call proactive, in the sense of doing our best to influence policymakers before they actually make policies which affect the public. The second is we can't control everything. So the second is that when things happen externally, we provide the right guidance and direction for our membership to respond appropriately on behalf of the public. I've only been here 3 weeks, but one of the things that struck me really forcibly is just the number of really important and engaging initiatives that the CII is involved in. But I'm certainly aware, from having been a member myself, that I would not have been fully up to speed with all of the things that are going on. So certainly for my first 18 months, one of the key things will be to join up those dots and to get clarity around the key things that the CII is actually involved in for the membership. So one of the best received initiatives that the CII has been working on recently is Insurance Made Simple. So I think we can learn a lot from the work that we've been doing on that and apply it to the way that we're communicating our own organisation to our membership. Professionalism has been a central driver for the CII for the last 5 years, and I always get asked about it as if it was a one-off initiative and we're going to move on from that to something else. But professionalism is the absolute core of everything that the CII is about, and it's about that because professionalism is what underpins the trust of the public, and lack of professionalism is what erodes the trust of the public. I've never felt, having worked in this profession for so many years, that there's ever been a time when there's more enthusiasm and coalition around the whole agenda of professionalism and more interest from individuals and companies in gaining chartered status. So in fact, what you're going to see from us is an increasing number of initiatives around professionalism across the whole sector, and in parallel with that, an awareness-raising campaign with the public to ensure that they understand the importance for them of the professionalism underpinning chartered status. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. And on a personal note, I am very excited by the opportunity this role presents and to be able to get out and meet as many of you as possible over the months ahead.